So a question that I get a lot is, what kind of water bath canner do I recommend? And the great thing about water bath canning is you don't have to have any specific fancy equipment. Unlike pressure canning, with water bath canning, all you're doing is simply bringing the contents of your jar up to boiling point by boiling the whole jar. And just a quick rundown, pressure canning, you are using pressure to bring the contents of your jar up above boiling point to 240 degrees. So you don't need anything specific to water bath can, and that's the beauty of it. All you need to get started with water bath canning is simply a pot big enough to cover your desired jar size with a couple inches of water. You want the jar to be fully submerged. And of course, if you're wanting to do something with quart-sized jars, you're going to need a bigger pot, but jars come in all different shapes and sizes. These have salves in them right now, but this is a half pint, this is a quarter pint, and I think this might be a pint. And this is also a pint size for reference. One other thing you're going to want and kind of need to water bath can is you want something to protect your jar so it's not bouncing on the bottom of the metal pan and cracking and busting, because the water is going to move it, right? So you can either use a cotton kitchen towel. I wouldn't recommend using polyester or something like that because I'm not sure if it might melt, but cotton you can use safely because you're just boiling it. And you can buy canning racks and even water bath canning kits. And this is one I got just a couple years ago. It is Graniteware, which used to be a really good brand, but I'm not that happy with the quality. I've had it for just a couple years and the rack is all rusted. I wash it and dry it after every use. And even the main stock pot has rust in it. I'm not very happy with it. I do have Graniteware that I got at the thrift store that I specifically use for dyeing. Like, it stays out on the back porch and it does not come in the house because I don't use my dyeing equipment for cooking. And none of those are rusted. So I'm not going to be buying any brand new Graniteware. I will be thrifting it all because the quality has went down the past few years, sadly. And also, if you already have a pressure canner, I have the big 23 quart Presto pressure canner, so I use it as a water bath canner all the time. I've even made like broth on the stovetop with it because I don't own any huge stock pots, so this is my go-to stock pot. As long as your jar is covered by a few inches of water, you can use whatever you have. I hope this helps. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments and I'll do my best to answer them.